Okay, welcome back. The second session of economics class today, and we are going to continue the session with the discussion of cost of production and profit maximization. Profit maximization. Okay, so the name of the chapter itself, you know that. What is that? What is the name of the chapter basically? Firms under perfect competition, right? Femina is turning the pages to understand, to read the name of the chapter. Femina, I will say that. What is that? Firms under perfect competition. What is that? Firms under perfect competition. Okay. So we know that. What do you mean by the perfect competition? Okay. Or what is perfect competition? Everyone know that what is perfect competition now. So what is that? What is that? So it's a situation where all the firms are producing identical product, the same product they are producing, and they are selling their product for the same price. I mean, existing market price. Okay, existing market price. Okay, clear or not? So there is a strict competition between the firms there. Okay, and here is a condition. All the buyers know that the prevailing market prices, they are always trying to purchase the product less than the market prices, and these firms, they are unable to sell the product more than the market price because a perfect competition. That's what the market system here. Perfect competition. Perfect competition. Okay, and always the firms will try to improve their income. Are you able to see the screen? Can you see the screen?
Yes,
Improve their
sir.
profit. Okay, that's what we termed the profit maximization. Profit maximization. Okay, so to improve the output, we know that if you want to increase the profit, we want to increase the output. We want to increase the output, right? If you want to increase the output, we know that need to increase input, right? Connected, right or not? If you want to create more profit, what do you want to do? Want to improve the output. Increase the output, definitely. If you want to increase the output, we want to increase the input. Increase the input. Okay, totally connected to each other. So in the previous section or session, we discussed that MR, marginal rate, is equal to average rate, I mean revenue. Here R is revenue, average revenue. That is equal to P. That is equal to P. Clear? So keep that equation in your mind. Marginal revenue is equal to average revenue. That is equal to price of the commodity. Price of the commodity. Next, in this section, profit maximization. Profit maximization. Okay, here we discussed about pi. That is what the profit here. Pi is equal to TR, total revenue minus total cost. Total revenue minus total cost. Okay, clear or not? So now we are going to discuss three different conditions to maximize the profit, or the firms are facing the problem of profit maximization. Okay, so we know that all the firms are trying to increase their profit, but in these three conditions, they are facing the problem to improve or maximize their profit. So we are going to discuss what are those conditions when firms facing problem to increase the profit. Okay, remember yesterday I read that number of you people stared at me. You felt, I mean, I felt it indifferently, right or not? Indifferent in the sense, there is no difference in the face. Almost doubts are there. Okay, number of such faces I observed yesterday. Okay, so that's why I explained all the things one more time. Okay, explained in the morning session one more time. Again, we reached in the same area here. Condition 1. Okay, so reading that. Profits are the difference between total revenue and total cost. Read it clearly and understand the thing there basically. Okay, profit are the difference between total revenue and the cost. There is no doubt in that, right? Okay, so total revenue, it is always less than, okay, total cost means it is loss. Okay, so always the firms are trying to improve the or increase the total revenue than the total cost. That's what profit, right? So what is the difference? What is the relation between total cost and total revenue? Okay, total revenue should be equal to total cost. Total cost, that what we spend to produce the product. That's what total cost. Okay, so revenue equal to total cost means there is no loss, there is no profit. Clear? Okay, so total revenue is more than the total cost means profit. That is positive for the firm. Okay, total revenue is less than the total cost means loss. Okay, that's the idea here. So notice that as long as the change in the total revenue is greater than the change in the total cost, profit will continue to increase. Clear? Clear? What is that? What I read here? Notice that as long as the change in the total revenue, okay, change in the total revenue is greater than the change in the total cost. So we can say it's a situation where profit is therefore the firm. Okay, so already we discussed that situation. Recall that change in the total revenue per unit increase in output is the marginal revenue. So each product is increasing to increase the profit or increasing the revenue. So this is called to be the marginal revenue. For the additional output, additional revenue, that is termed as marginal revenue. Marginal revenue, clear? So changes in the revenue, that's what. So additional output is there, so additional revenue is there. So that is called to be marginal revenue. Okay. Here, recall the change in the total revenue per unit increase in output. So changes in the output, changes in the revenue. So marginal revenue. And the change in the total cost per unit increase in output is the marginal cost. Clear or not? So change in the total cost per unit increase. Okay. If you want to add extra output or increase the output, definitely you want to increase the input, right? Yes or no? So if marginal revenue is there means the marginal cost also will be there, right? Yes or no? Understand or not? Understanding or not? Have you understood? Have you understood? Understood or not? Okay. For example, 2 units. You are selling 2 units of one product. Think it is two soaps, or two chocolates. Okay. You are selling 2 chocolates. Clear or not? The price of each chocolate is, or one chocolate is 10 rupees. So you produced 2 units by spending 15 rupees. Okay, so you produced 2 chocolate by spending 15 rupees. So this is your total cost. Okay, including total fixed cost and total variable cost. You spend 15 rupees to produce how many chocolates? 2 chocolates. How many? 2 chocolates you produced. Okay, so cost of one chocolate, it is 7.5 rupees, right? You spend 15 rupees to produce 2 chocolates. Then what is the cost of one chocolate? Production cost of one chocolate? 7.5, right? Okay. And you sold that in the market for 20 rupees. Okay, you sold these 2 chocolates for 20 rupees. 20 rupees. Okay. So it's a profit for you, right? It's a profit for you, right? Yes. Okay. Then what happened? Next turn, you produced how many chocolates? 3 chocolates, or go for 4 for easy understanding. Okay. You produced 4 chocolates. Okay. Then your revenue will increase or not? You are selling for the same price only. Okay. Earlier you sold that for 20 rupees. Per unit 10 rupees. Per unit 10 rupees. Now you produced 4 chocolates. Yes or no? Yes or no? Then what will you get? What is your revenue here?
40 rupees.
What is that?
40 rupees.
Price into quantity. Okay, price is 10 rupees. So you will get 40 rupees. 40 rupees. Yes or no? 40 rupees. Yes or no? So in addition to 2 chocolates, 2 output, your revenue increase. Your revenue increase, right? Right or not? So it is called to be marginal revenue. What is the marginal revenue here? 40 minus 20. 20, right? 20 is the marginal revenue. Yes or no? Yes or no? 20 rupees increased, right? Just imagine like that. Okay. But you want to understand one thing. You spend 15 rupees to produce 2 chocolates. Here your revenue is increased into 40 from 20. Then what want to increase here in this side? What want to increase? What want to increase? You want to increase the input, right or not? Yes or no? The money that you spent earlier for produce 2 units, it is 15 rupees. Now you sold 4 units. So definitely You can understand that you increase the input. So you increase the input into 30, right? 30 rupees. 30 rupees for 4 units. Clear or not? Clear or not? Okay. So we are able to find the difference between the cost of production and marginal revenue. So it's going to be marginal cost here this side and marginal revenue in the right side. Left side marginal cost, right side marginal revenue. Idea clear or not? Is this idea clear or not? Okay. So everyone understand this clearly? Okay. So recall the change in the total revenue per unit increase on output is the marginal revenue, and the change in the total cost per unit increase in output is the marginal cost. Therefore, we can conclude that as long as marginal revenue is greater than the marginal cost, profit are increasing. Underline that. Okay, marginal revenue. Revenue is more than the cost. So marginal revenue is more than the marginal cost. It is profitable, right? Yes or no? Is it profitable? It is profitable. Okay, so we can say that marginal revenue is greater than the marginal cost. So profit are increasing. Profits are increasing. By the same logic, same idea, as long as marginal revenue is less than the marginal cost. Okay, we just converted the sentence, that only. Okay, as the marginal revenue is less than the marginal cost. Okay, what is that? Profit will fall. Profit will fall. Clear or not? Just opposite of that. Just opposite of that. Okay. As long as marginal revenue is less than the marginal cost, profit will fall. It follows that for profit to be maximum, marginal revenue should equal to marginal cost. Clear or not? Marginal revenue should equal to marginal cost. In other words, profits are maximum at the level of output, which I have called, so maximum output is called as a Q0, for which MR is equal to MC. Okay, marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. Marginal cost. Okay, MR is equal to MC. Okay, not just cost and just revenue, marginal rate, sorry, marginal revenue and marginal cost. Okay, if marginal rate is equal to marginal cost, we can say that it is the maximum profit situation. Maximum profit situation. So here the level of output, that's what the Q0 here. For the perfectly competitive firm, we have established MR is equal to price. MR is equal to price, right? Okay. AR, average revenue, is equal to P. Marginal revenue also is equal to P. Sorry, not P, P. Okay. Tongue slip. Okay. Just adjust with me. So sometimes like this will happen, right? So this is almost the end of the session. End of the day almost. So I lost all the energy, right? So listen here. Okay, it is not pre, it is P. Okay, so perfectly competitive firm. So Femina can't control. Femina is controlling herself. Okay, let it. So MR is equal to P. Okay, so the firm profit maximizing output becomes the level of output at which P is equal to marginal cost. P is equal to marginal cost. So MR is equal to MC. So MR is equal to P. Hence we can see here, P is also equal to MC, marginal cost. Okay, clear or not? Clear or not? So this is the first condition. First condition related with maximizing profit. Maximizing profit. Now we are moving to the second condition. Second condition. What is that? Okay. So consider the second condition that must hold when the profit maximizing output level is positive. Positive. Affirmative. So why is it the case that the marginal cost curve cannot slope? Okay, so you can see here. Okay, so this is the marginal curve. Marginal curve. Okay, so it's a U-shaped curve for people. U-shaped curve. U-shaped curve. So this graphical representation is too important for you people. Just observe this clearly. Clearly. Okay, you can see that quantity 1 at price P. Price is constant here. So this is the marginal cost curve. Cost curve. Okay. Q2, this is quantity 2. This is quantity 3. For the same price, quantity 4, quantity 5, quantity 6. Okay, price is not changing here. Now we want to analyze at what quantity the profit is maximum. The profit is maximum. Can you say? Can you say? Okay, we will discuss that. I already told you that MC is equal to P, right? MC is equal to P, right? So various conditions are there here. We'll discussing that. So it is downward to the profit maximizing output level. To answer this question, refer once again figure number 4.3. This is our figure number 4.3. Note that at output level Q1 and Q4, the market price is equal to the marginal cost. What is that? What is that? Q1 and Q4. MC is equal to P and hence it is equal to MR. Right? MR. Okay, MC is equal to P. So we can say that P is equal to MR, marginal revenue, marginal revenue. Okay, the market price is equal to the marginal cost. Okay, however, at the output level Q1, the marginal cost curve is downward sloping. Okay, so after this Q1, you can see a phenomena here. What is that phenomenon? What is that? The downward movement of the MC curve, marginal cost curve is moving downward. Okay, okay. Hence we can say that, we can claim that Q1 cannot be a profit maximizing output level. So after Q1, the MC curve is moving downward. Okay, moving downward. So we can say that Q1 quantity is the Q1 quantity, it is not, or it is not the profit maximizing output level. Okay, quantity Q1 is not the profit maximization output level. Why it is so? Why it is so? Reasons are there. Reasons are there. So first condition we know that. What is that? MR is equal to P, hence MC is equal to P. MC is equal to P. So in that case, it is called to be the perfect max or profit maximization point. Profit maximization point. But come here in this section 2 or in the second condition, there are some more other things are there here. Okay. So Q1, the market price is lower than the marginal cost. Okay. Observe that for all output level, slightly to the left of Q1. Left of Q1. What is that? Left of Q1. We can observe here. What you can observe here? Marginal cost is higher than the price. Higher than the price. Okay. If marginal cost is higher than the price, means is that profitable?
No.
Is that profitable? Not at all, right? Not at all. Okay, not at all. It is not profitable. Okay, so observe that for all output levels slightly to the left of Q1, the market price is lower than the marginal cost. But the argument outlined in section 4.3 immediately implies that the firm's profit at an output level slightly smaller than Q1 exceeds the corresponding to the output level of Q1. This being in the case, Q1 cannot be the profit maximizing output level. Okay, so you can see it is moving downward, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? It is moving downward. Okay, so again Q2 is here, Q3 is here. Okay, in this level also we can say that MC is lesser than the price. Lesser than the price. In this figure, right or not? In this figure, Q2 quantity, Q3 quantity, that is lesser than the price. Sorry, cost. Lesser than the cost. Clear or not? Price is lesser than the, cost is lesser than the price. Listen carefully. Cost is lesser than the price. This is the price line. This is the price line, right? Okay. The other units, Q2, Q3, okay. Don't take Q4, Q2, Q3, and other quantities in between Q1 and Q2. Okay, where you can find that? Where you can find that MC? It is marginal cost is lesser than the price. Lesser than the price. Hence, Q1 is not the maximum profit. Okay, so again, number of other opportunities are there to create a maximum profit. Clear or not? Clear or not? Clear or not? Okay, so that idea is clear for you. That idea is clear for you. Okay, so now we are going to the third condition. Third condition. Okay. Consider the third condition that must hold when the profit maximum output level is positive. Notice that the third condition has two parts. One part applies in the short run while the other applies applies in the long run. Okay, one is a short run production, other is a long run production. Okay, so you can see that short run marginal cost, short run average cost, average variable cost. Clear? So that all related with the what kind of production, what type of production?
Short run.
Tell me what type of production.
Short run.
Short run marginal cost. I told already. Short run marginal cost, short run average cost, average variable cost. So all these ideas are connected with short run production. Short run production. Just read here. Okay, the figure is used to demonstrate that the profit maximizing firm produces zero output in the short run when the market price. Okay, zero output in the short run when the market price P. Okay, market price is P here, output is zero. Output is zero. Okay. It is less than the minimum of its average variable cost, AVC. AVC. If the firm output level is Q1, the firm's total variable cost exceeds its revenue by an amount equal to the area of a rectangle PEBA. PEBA, nothing but. So simply we can analyze this. Okay, here we can see two rectangles, right? Okay, so one rectangle OEBQ1, one rectangle. Okay, so that's showing short run marginal cost, marginal cost, and the AVC, average variable cost, 2 points are here, 1, 2. Okay, clear or not? AVC and SMC, average variable cost and average marginal cost. Okay, and another one rectangle is there for you people. It is PEBA. That shows us, okay, the marginal cost. So the area of average variable cost is lesser than the area of average revenue. Okay, again doubt is there, right? Okay, so we will go and analyze the things completely. Okay, here one question is there for you. Remember one thing that I told to learn this one from chapter number 3, remembering that? We discussed that, and I already told you that to understand it properly. Okay, no problem. I will discuss that one more time for you people here. Okay, so here the third condition. Okay, so if I'm explaining like that, means it will make confusion for you. So we will discuss that things separately, one by one. Okay, so we know that what is SMC, what is SAC, what is AVC, right? Short run marginal cost curve, short run average cost curve, and short run, average variable cost curve, Okay, so here, case 1. Price must be greater than or equal to AVC in the short run. Okay, if a firm want to create profit, okay, the price of the commodity should be greater than AVC. Here we discussed that. Okay, here. Okay, price is greater than, or it should be greater than, average variable cost. Okay, price is greater than average variable cost. Okay, in the short run. Okay, and in the long run, what is the condition here? Price must be greater than AC, average cost. Clear? So two conditions are there. What are the conditions? In short run, price should be greater than average variable cost. And in the long run, price should be greater than average cost. So keep that idea in your mind. So the same application here. What is that? In case 1, we are discussing about short-term production, because average variable cost is there. Average variable cost is there. Okay, so We will show that the statement of case 1 is true by arguing that a profit maximizing firm in short run will not produce at an output level wherein the market price is lower than AVC. So no firm will produce the product if they find average variable cost is lower than the the price is lower than the AVC. Clear or not? The price is lower than the AVC. No firm will produce the product, or they will not create output, or they will not produce. Okay, where they find, what they find here, the price is lower than AVC. Okay, average variable cost is 10 rupees, and the price of the product is 5 rupees. Any firm will produce the product? Any firm will produce? No firm will produce the product, because they know that if they produce the product by average variable cost 10 rupees and the price is 5 rupees, it will lead to a problem called loss for them. Yes, right? Loss only. Okay, there's no chance to make a profit. Okay, so come here again. Let us turn to figure number 4.4. This is the figure number 4.4, you people. Okay. Observe that the output level Q1, this is the output level Q1, output level Q1, quantity 1, okay, output level Q1. The market price is P is lower than the AVC. So this is the AVC curve for we people. Clear? Price is lower than the AVC. Understand? So this is the AVC curve, average variable cost curve. At the production of quantity 1, the firm is able to sell that for this fixed price, the straight line here. So the price is lesser than the AVC, Okay, so firm will produce or not? What is the question? Firm will produce or not? Definitely the answer is? What is the answer?
No.
What is the answer? Okay, AVC is greater than the price now. Okay, AVC is the greater than the price now. So what is the condition we need? Price should be greater than AVC. Clear or not? So if the firm produces in this condition, firm will face loss, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? Definitely firm will face a loss there. Okay, so here Q1, the market price is P is lower than the AVC. Market price is lower than the AVC. Okay, average cost, average variable cost. Then we claim that Q1 cannot be a profit maximizing output level. Why? Notice that the firm's total revenue at Q1 is as follows. TR is equal to price into quantity. So vertical height, that is OP. Okay, into width, okay, that is OQ1. Okay, so we know that the price into quantity. So this line is the price and here it is the quantity. Okay, so vertical height OP, that is the price for we people, and output is OQ1. Okay, so if you're calculating that, you will get the area of the rectangle OPAQ1. This rectangle, you will get the area of this rectangle. So that is the total revenue. So this is the total revenue for we people. Clear or not? So this is the total revenue for we people. Again, I am repeating the same. What is that? What is the condition here? So TR is equal to price into quantity. Total revenue is equal to price into quantity. So we are producing the quantity 1. We are producing quantity 1 and sold that in the market for P. Okay, this is P here, this price. Okay, so we know that total, if you want to calculate total revenue, that is P into Q. Okay, price into quantity. So quantity sold is OQ1. Okay, price is OP. Okay, OP. Okay, so if you're calculating this, we will get the area of this rectangle, right? This rectangle. What is the rectangle here? Rectangle OPAQ1. So that area is TR, total revenue. That area is a total revenue. Just see here, it is less than AVC, right? Is that profitable? Okay, we will discuss that. We will discuss that. Okay. So anyway, we told that it is not profitable. And why it is so? Why it is so? Okay. The answer is similarly, the firm's total variable cost at Q1 is as follows. TVC, average variable cost into quantity. Okay. Average variable cost into quantity. Okay. So here it is. This is the average variable cost. This is the quantity for we people. So we will get another one rectangle. Another one rectangle. Okay. Tell me. So average variable cost rectangle's area is higher than the total revenue cost rectangle's area. Yes or no? Yes or no? So this business is profitable. Is this business is profitable? Not at all, not at all, right? So you got now the idea. You got the idea now, right? Now it is blinking. Now you got that. Now you got that. Right. Fine. This is that. That much only. That much only. Nothing more than that. Nothing more than that. Okay. So TVC is equal to average variable cost into quantity, vertical height of OE into width of OQ1. Okay. So what we got? The area of the rectangle OEBQ1. So area of the rectangle OEBQ1 is higher than the area of the rectangle OPAQ1. Okay, so AVC is higher than the total revenue. Average variable cost is higher than the total revenue. So this is not a profitable one. This is not a profitable one. So what the firm will do? They will not produce. They will not produce, and they will exit from the market. Okay, they will shut down their business. They will shut down their production. Clear or not? Clear or not? So these are the three basic conditions. Okay. So read this textbook properly. Read your textbook properly, and we will meet in the next class. Okay. So for the examination, I will keep this chapter for from economics. Right? Is that a good one? Right? Is this a good chapter for you people? Right? So what is your answer? No, Nida. You want or not? You want or not? You want or not? Or else you suggest me some other chapter for the examination. Okay, we will meet in next class anyway. Listen, people, just read the textbook thoroughly. If you are reading it is carefully, easily you can understand that. Any doubts or remains, you can ask me. Okay, guys, bye. Have a nice day. So, complete the task. Okay.